right. Welcome, my defender of ants is back at it. Doing what I do best, making U-turns. Yeah. I'm just heading back home from Miami. I had to work for 2 days. Supposed to work in 2 more days, but I think I might. I don't think I am telling my friend, my boss, it's non-negotiable. I can't work because I have to be with the convoy. I just have so much faith in these guys that I don't know. I don't think I'm that important, but I feel like I'm a critical piece of the convoy right now. I need to be there live streaming it. And it was such a cool view. I wanted to share it with everybody. I'm about an hour from where an hour and 9:04, 7:40. So I'm an hour and 26 minutes away. So yeah, I was supposed to. My boss said go. I gotta go to Port Richey. Port Richey, I think. Port Lucie. One of the two, just south of Tampa. And hey, Sunita. So I was supposed to work the day. The job got pushed off another day. So I was supposed to be there for 2 days. I was supposed to go and stay in a hotel the night on the company card. And I'm gonna go to the convoy and sleep in my van, and I could be in a nice hotel tomorrow too. But I'm not choosing to do that. And I need to be with the convoy. Period. I have enough skills to be able to quit a really good job. If I think my friend, my boss, will be okay with me not coming because he asked how he could support the People's Convoy, and so if I spill it to him as it's how would I say that? If I sell it as it's a noble cause, because I know it's a noble cause, he's just gonna have to do a lot of extra work to get some temp labor. But that's just what it is. I don't know. I feel like my whole life has come up to this moment to be with this tiny little convoy that could. And the foundation of the convoy is so good that I gotta be there. I know the social media side of it. I know the hashtags. I know the SEOs, the search engine optimizers. And someone, Grandpa Tone, made a great point on the. We did like a live stream with him. Grandpa Tone, I believe, is his. Yeah, that's the page, the YouTube page. He made a good suggestion. He's talking about how people are getting all sorts of subscribers really quick, and under certain hashtags, or some people, hashtags are really search engine optimizers. At least that's my belief. You tag that word, and that word gets tagged with other people using that same word, and that optimizes your search so you can zoom in on that focused area. But what people have been saying is that some of the hashtags have been banned or turned down, I guess you would say, in terms of not sharing as much content through the algorithms. But he mentioned, he's like, we need to be doing kitties and puppies and stuff like that. And I kind of chuckled and just kind of took it like, I'm a person who has lots of dots in my head, and then sometimes you just connect the dots. And he made a great point. We need to use puppies, and we need to use some hashtags that are not involved in the convoy or the mandate protests, the Canadian protests. There almost needs. I was thinking that I could get people to take pictures of their animals with the Florida Convoy, Florida United Convoy.org website, like drawn on a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard, or letters of, I don't know, whatever creative way you could make letters to put the website there, but to have their kitten or their dog in the picture. And we could then hashtag those cute kitty, happy, hashtag love, hashtag, like none of the catch ones, nothing that would catch just like totally off the radar, completely opposite to pull people in. Because I know my TikTok was throttling real like hard, and it was throwing out some likes and some views, and then it like throttled down. It didn't follow the pace that it was building. And I don't know if it's censorship. I just believe that I'm not doing a good enough job of knowing what search engine optimizers or hashtags I'm using to properly combat that algorithm. So I'm gonna work on like a list of hashtags that people who are watching or sharing this information can use on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, on Facebook, because a lot of people follow those hashtags. And I know a lot of different protesters, different live streams, they use very coordinated, very specific hashtags to find points of action or places of action. For example, like in Illinois, it'd be like Illinois, hashtag Chicago, hashtag Logan Square, hashtags, Lawrence and whatever, Dempster, whatever roads go through Logan Square. I can't think of Chicago and diversity. So you would hashtag the state, hashtag the city, hashtag the specific neighborhood, and then hashtag the actual block. That specific, then you could follow the protests or the points of actions as they go through intersection to intersection. So I've just been thinking a lot about how to be more effective and how to get more views without like just begging for people to share, like, and subscribe, all that stuff, which it's honorable, don't get me wrong, but it's so boring after watching it. So many people like, I get it. Like, to me, like, you got to build content. You got good content. People like, share, and subscribe. You don't have to ask for money. People will just give you money because the content you're creating. And that goes for anything, any type of skilled trade. So Sunita and Teresa, I was like going back and forth if I should come back and work, and I was just going back and forth, and they made some comments. But Teresa really affected me the other night, and she just really, I got her palm. My mom always would put on Palm Sunday, she would go to church and put the palm underneath her beds for good luck. And I'm not big, I like to go to church with my mom to sing. I sing with her. It makes her happy. It makes me happy to go make her happy and sing. It's a very small church in Wayne. in Wayne, Illinois, called the Little Home Church, and my mom has been very active in it for years. It comes and goes, how active she is in it. But my mom never preaches, never pulls out the Bible on anybody, never says you should find Jesus, never tells anybody how to be religious. She just goes and does her thing, doesn't really ask. Yeah, sometimes if I want to go, but it's not like a pushy like ask. It's just like, hey, you want to go to church? And to me, our church is such a tiny church. It's like in an estate, like in an enclave. There's still like horse rings at the front for horses to come up. There's a lot of equestrian trails around there, and she does great things. The church does great things. They all work together to do different things for different people. It's not real preachy. It's not real custom-y. It's not all those crazy customs. It's just the same people coming over and over year after year ever since I've been little, from doing all the pageants and all that. So I'll go for some of the more singy days, or if I'm really, if I'm home and I just happen to be up on Sunday morning early and wanting to go. It's more for my mom. Like, I have my own religious beliefs, and but I do like that everyone sings. There's the church is from like the 1840s, and yeah, it's a good place for community, and we need more community here in America. And yeah, my mom works at a homeless shelter and helps a lot of people. Doesn't have the same beliefs as me, but she supports me. She does a lot of good for a lot of people. I could never live up to how my mom is, how she carelessly helps others out without a care, without telling anybody, or she's just there for the homeless people. And when I was in jail, I fought a cultivation case for 38 months where I grew medicine, or what's considered medicine now in Chicago. And one of my cellmates, and so I don't know how many people know my story, but this is a little bit of my story. And I fought a cultivation case in 2020, 2013, for about 38 months, and based on all sorts of stuff. But anyways, I ended up going to jail for contemptuous behavior because I stood up on one of my constitutional rights, and I did jail for contempt. No jury, no right to an attorney, no anything really. Really scary situation to be in, but I made it, and it made me a man, or at least I think I'm a man. And anyways, I definitely identify as a man. And but so one of my cellies was a Satanist, which is an interesting thing, that Lucifer is the light bearer of. He's the light bearer, and he brought knowledge to the Garden of Eden, and he just made me think about. So I could listen to people and talk to them without. That was what he said and he believed. It was interesting. It was about speaking words into chants or curses or whatever you want to say. Words are whatever. I'm getting off track, but I said something about the homeless shelter, and he had been in the homeless shelter with my mom, and my mom would put his artwork up on the wall, and he was like this heroin. He was all into heroin and like opiates and stuff, and he was stealing change out of people's cars, breaking the window and stealing change, just get heroin or whatever, food, I don't know. And but he was homeless. He was at the shelter, and when he learned that my mom was, well, it was my mom, he was so excited and talked so highly of her. So it was weird, just to have that experience in jail with him, and that my mom had that type of effect on somebody like that. So yeah, I'm just trying to get to the convoy here. It was like last minute. I was all sweaty. It was like Miami. It was hot. We were in this small little bathroom. We were doing like lockers and at a gym in downtown Miami. So in lockers, it was hotter than all. It was hot, and I was sweating like a madman because I've been up in the cold, and so I'm happy that's over. But I was really looking forward to a shower and stuff tonight. And right before he left, he's like, "Oh yeah, I got bumped today." And so all of a sudden, randomness started flying through my head. I was like, "I'm going to the convoy for the night. I'm gonna rock with them for the day, and then go back to just south of Tampa and do a job there for 2 days." And then I was like, going back and forth, and then I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go to with the convoy. I need to be with the convoy. These guys need me. They are." They've given up so much already. Like everyone's home at being comfortable, and they were down in Hagerstown. They planned and did their first convoy down there, and that's where I met them. And I'm so glad I met them. And right away, they were like very wary of me. I don't know what they actually thought of me at first impressions, but they were definitely wary. And but that's good. It's okay to be wary. It didn't bother me. Like, yeah, I looked like a maniac there. I had my fur on and everything. I had my little light stick with fur on it, all done up. I looked like a maniac. But yeah, I developed a relationship with them, and I drove all the way to here, all the way to Florida from Chicago. I was supposed to go to Austin. I had this crawfish party with my buddy who I'd been planning for months to go, and we had gone kayaking in Canyon Lake. No, not Canyon Lake. Off of the Colorado River outside of Austin, in between Marble Falls, or in between my favorite place. I can't even think of it. Anyways, we went kayaking and we talked about it. And I got Billy String tickets in Houston and Austin. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back to him. It was 2 days in a row, but that's like the 21st. So I'm feeling real guilty about that because we've been planning it for months and months and months. And he bought them for me, and so I don't know what I'm going to do. And I feel bad already because my van burnt up in December, and he came across the whole state to grab me, pick me up, take me from that hotel I was at, bring me all the way to New Orleans. We went to a Billy Strings concert. We went to Bourbon Street and then the fancier, nicer street, and bought food and drinks, and we just had an awesome time. And so I'm feeling like just some pressure for that too. I just don't like going back on my word, and I feel like I need to be with the convoy to do my best. And this stuff is stupid. This live stream, just Scotty, it's not stupid. The convoy itself is what's important. I'm trying to get my. I don't really like live streams. I like quick 5-minute, feed me all the information in 5 minutes. Don't use any adjectives at all. No adjectives. I just want nouns. Just throw a bunch of nouns at me, and yeah, just throw some nouns at me. I want information. I want it quickly, and but I have indulged in a lot of live stream. Like I've watched thousands of hours of protests and protesters and all the different drama that plays out across the different live streams. And there's going to be drama, and I know there was drama while I was gone. And I, there's a lot of good people, and and I haven't even talked to them about the drama that unfolded, and I understand where everyone was coming from on that too. I see both sides, but there's ways of approaching things and how we act, and we're under such scrutiny already, and we have to be on our absolute best. And what the Canadians did was they inspired freedom, and they inspired it through love by not fighting back at all. Kind of what Gandhi did and what Martin Luther King preached. And now some people are critical of Martin Luther King because they believe he was too passive. And I don't know what the answer is. Malcolm X was more aggressive, but it came out of hate. Originally, it came out of hate. It was the blue-eyed devil for Malcolm X, and he was with Louis Farrakhan, and Farrakhan's a fierce speaker, and the blue-eyed devil, and this and that, and for many years they thought Farrakhan was involved in the shooting of Malcolm X. No one will ever really know. I'm sure somebody knows. But after Malcolm X came back from the Mecca, he stopped using the blue-eyed devil, and he saw that all these people, because he was denied entry into Mecca, and because they do these like I'm not Muslim, but I just know I did some work for a Muslim, and I'd work like during Christmas and stuff on the holidays at his house just for some extra money, and but they have a test. You have to say certain words a certain way, know certain stories, and he failed those tests. So he had to go and study, and there's these rooms or houses that you could stay at and to learn about being a Muslim and how to properly worship the Prophet Muhammad, and Chinese people and all sorts of different nationalities, white people, black people, yellow people, brown people, whatever color person you want to say was represented who helped him. And after that, he dropped the hate, and his message became I feel as though his message was a lot more effective. But I don't know. I don't know what the proper answer is, but you have to be bold and a rebel in a certain type of way. That energy has to be, that alpha has to be directed in the right path. So yeah, no one probably likes me talking about Malcolm X, but these are all people who were massive protesters, who protested. They're wise men. And I actually have some posters that I'm going to bring out that I've had for almost 10 years now. I have a really cool Gandhi poster signed by, I got to flash my brights at this guy. It's signed by Gandhi, who came to our church. It was his nephew, great nephew possibly. I can't remember now, but he signed my Gandhi poster. They're big, long vinyl ones. I bought them for my trial, and I had them on my van when I got arrested, or when I went into when I had my cultivation trial, jury trial. I had them outside. I tried to get a bunch of people to come, and I got some friends came, and not as many as I thought. Not with as many Facebook friends that I had. I thought my Facebook friends would come out in hordes, and that was I was like, I had 5,000 Facebook friends, you know. I got one. That was Brian. And Brian, I stop by his store all the time. He's like this master carpenter who has like a shop with like 7 or 8 other contractors that subcontract underneath him. And then he has a shop. And he showed up to my court case, but nobody else did. Just randomly, I didn't even know him. So I became his friend. When I'm at home, I sometimes go out and have a beer with him or just hang out with him. Me and my dad will stop by in the store because he came and my dad saw that. My dad likes him. My dad knows him just because he showed up and showed support to a random person. Court support is some of the biggest things that you could do. And I want to promote jury nullification. It's something that needs to be promoted. It needs to be promoted because whether the mandates ever get lifted or don't get lifted, you could always take everything to jury trial. If you get arrested without a mask, if you get arrested with some mandate-related thing, you ask for a jury trial, and you're allowed a jury trial. And you don't have to convince 12 people that wearing a mask is silly or dumb, or that it's only for doing drywall, or that it shouldn't be forced on anybody, however route you want to go. But all you got to do is convince one that you're not guilty. And that's it. It's over. That law is over. Doesn't matter. At the local level, that's how you fight cases, through jury nullification. It's the remedy for if you get arrested for all this stuff that we're fighting for. And again, like this is not the Florida United Convoy talking about it. This is me talking about it from my own experience. I'm independent of them. I support them 100%. I have different views on some things. Not views. It's not views. My views are in line with those guys 100% with what they're doing. I support them. I'm pretty sure I know what happened today. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I'm pretty sure, and that's why I'm with them because they made a hard decision today or yesterday. I'm not sure when the decision was made. If it was made, I'm just guessing because that's what it sounds like, and that's why I'm with them. And I'm with them because instead of just talking about doing some action, they're doing it, and they're giving up all their time, their resources, and their money towards this effort. Time away from their children, their families, their animals, their friends, from their fun activities. Now, I'm having fun. I live for this stuff. This is like amazing to sit and mingle with people and talk about freedom. Like, I don't want to do anything else. Actually, I do. Sometimes I just want to sit and quiet and not listen to anything. I like ebb and flow through it, and everyone should do it. You have to have a balance. It's just what it is. But yeah, so if they did what I'm thinking they did, and I'm hoping to talk with them about it and hope that we get it out and we talk about it and we don't like hide it and bury it, and I don't know if that will be the case or not. I think they will, and I'm not going to be mad if they don't, because if they think that that's not the best route for whatever reasons, and it might be something outside of my perspective, but for me, it's so much better just to get. I don't think there would be hard feelings about it. It's just going down a different path than what they're going down. That's all. It's not that they're bad people or that they messed up or anything. People got a little hot. And when people get hot and get into that emotional side, it's hard to control your emotions. And I've been guilty of it tons of times. Lots of people have been guilty of it. I know lots of people that are guilty of it. overheating again. Now. It's so hard to keep this thing warm. I don't have air or anything, so I rough it. I'm gonna rough it. So hopefully, if what happened is what happened, hopefully they will that they'll find the best route for them. And I'm sad that it happened so quickly because I like them. They were characters. They were good people. I thought they were good people. They just might not be a fit for these guys. These guys are a little more serious. I feel like I got to be a little more serious with them, a little more just precise, more focused. There's a lot on the line. There's a lot of people behind us, and we have to be on the best behavior for those people. And we have to be so in tune to not being affected by what people are saying, because there's going to be a lot of haters. I clean my windows. It's like fuzzy for some reason. Maybe because it's dark. Yeah, so I'll be riding with the convoy tomorrow, all day. We'll get some interviews tomorrow night. We're going to a property. I'm going to turn it off before I get too close. The property address was not announced, and I'm not sure. I've been working, and I would listen to some of the live stream, but it's hard to catch up on the live stream. You're talking 2-3 hours of some stuff, and we need to get some more footage. We need to get live footage, because that's what the media, that's what the mainstream media does. They have live footage. They have a news story within 24 hours, sometimes by 12 hours. When you have some content is only hot the next day. You wait a week or 2 weeks, that content drops. Unless it's like an investigative journalism, that's a little different. But streaming this convoy stuff, people want it right away. They're thirsty for live action. They want to see where the different protests are going. Is someone going to save us from these crazy maniacs? And I do believe these. I don't know what's going to be accomplished. But I know I'm forging relationships and teaching and learning on how to convey messages without the mainstream media. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. There's a few different things that I'm going to work on. One of them is maybe getting like a convoy, like a paper of convoy rules, like things that you can or can't do. And I almost think that we should have like something that designates that you're in the convoy, like one marker that everybody has. I know everyone got flags and everything, but like when you're in the convoy, you have it on your mirror, like a yellow ribbon or something. And if you pull off to go to the gas station, you pull that yellow ribbon off. Some along those lines, somewhere where someone, you don't really need to go out and get some, like something that somebody would have around the house. It's just a thought, like, because it gets confusing when you're following somebody, and if they pull off, someone has to pee, and then the convoy gets split. I've been thinking convoy tactics for weeks now. What else? When I get together, I want to get together an SEO, search engine optimizer, or hashtag page. And they're different depending on what platform you are. Yes, and tell okay. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to not swear either. Um, Alcohol definitely gets the best of people. Alcohol people usually aren't doing things that are good, and usually doing things that are bad. But that's not everybody. Not like every drug or every addiction. It affects some people a lot more and a lot different than other people. I know a lot of people where alcohol affects them very negatively. Um, I like to have a couple drinks. I don't like to indulge. I'm more of a social drinker. If someone wants to sit and have some drinks, I like to have drinks with them. Um, I get tired if I drink too much, so I'm a pretty poor drunk, and then I just go to bed. If I drink too much, and it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen that much. But I do drink here and there. I like having drinks with friends. It's yeah, it's just something that is a bonding thing for some people, and other people it's a turn off, and it's bad for them, and they've had personal experiences that they've had some awful life experiences because of alcohol, and I try not to drink around people like that. You know, I'm like a chameleon. I could like kind of fit in where I need to fit in, and yeah, trying to provide some good content when I'm driving. But I think that's good. I think I don't want to have long lives. Just here and there, show you what's going on. So I'll be with the convoy tomorrow. I'll be riding with them, and I will be riding with them all week. So hopefully all goes well. And if it doesn't, then that's okay. And I can't wait for Dan. That's Fitz Crafter. Dan's going to be joining next week. Dan's a streamer. So check out his page and give him a like, share, and subscribe. Because that's how you get content, is by sharing other people's content. That's how you win. You help others get big. By helping others get big, you'll get big. So yeah, subscribe to Dan. He's trying to get his viewable hours up. To be monetized, I believe, is the goal, or to be seen, both algorithms. So he's been asking people to like put the video on and let it run through his videos. He's a nice guy. I met him in Missouri, and I am aligned with him. And he was in People's Convoy, and he taught me how to use StreamYard, what I'm using right now. That's because of him. The cool little defender of ants on the bottom, that's him. That little ticker going across, FloridaUnitedConvoy.org. Donate, donate, donate. That's because of him. It's cool. Like, I can see the comments. I can see that Dan commented. I can change the banners. I can change the colors. It's like I'm a little like Action News fan, little Defender of Ants fan here. So yeah, check him out on YouTube. He's on YouTube and Rumble, and he should be here next week. And then Rolling for Freedom, which is like a Telegram. He's a Telegram streamer, which I have a Telegram that I just kind of set up, and I've been kind of learning about Telegram. It's kind of it's odd. I haven't figured. It's like Reddit, but you can put videos on it, but he's streaming to it. I haven't figured that out. I'm gonna start doing some streams to TikTok and some streams to Instagram too, just to like move my content across the different platforms. And that's what I suggest anyone with the convoys do, is move it across platforms. If you think you're going to get censored, make 2 platforms. Do 2 different platforms. Try 3 platforms. You got to change it up. Can't just be defeated like, oh, YouTube is censoring me. Well, then start your own website. Start your own thing. Start plugging. Start getting people to plug your comments. That's how we're going to beat this. It's being smarter than the algorithms. And what's this? I don't know what this is. But for me, what it is kids in playgrounds with masks. Kids that weren't allowed to play on playgrounds and masks that children wearing masks in the 100-degree sun. That's what it's about for me. I don't know what it's about for you, but that's what it's about for me. And if anyone's watching this video, oh yeah, absolutely, Dan. I like you. You have a good heart, and I could read that in people, man. And I've been with a lot of different patriots and freedom fighters, or whatever you might say, and you're just a good old boy from Missouri. And I love Missouri, and I love that area that you're in, and I just love Missouri. I got my friend Liz and her husband Mark in Central Missouri, and yeah, they're amazing. I love going there. We walk through the hollows and walk the ridgeline up to their little hunting shack, and I can't wait to not be in Florida and on this convoy, so I can stop by again and hike and be up in the woods for a few days. So I was supposed to be editing this, but I'm all by myself and my radio doesn't really work, so I just figured I'd just continue talking. And what else? What else? Oh, yeah, so if anyone watches this, I'm going to make a video and some TikToks. They'll be on I'm going to put them on my TikToks, and people send me these pictures. Okay, and I'm going to try to make a little campaign of this because this is, I think, how a tactic that we could use. A tactic, yeah, I'm going to call it a tactic that we could use to garnish more support and to get some eyes on the content. And that is to have pictures of your animals or your kids, if you feel comfortable having a picture of your kid out there in the world. Some people are, some people aren't. I totally understand that. But holding or next to, like, all those people that I fear. I'm a feral wild man, and I fear that domestication of that man. When I see him with his girlfriend or wifey, and they're in matching clothes, and they got this cute little dry erase board or chalkboard or some letters laid out, that super fancy live, laugh, love type of feel that scares. It reminds me of Decorative Pillows and scares me to death as a feral single man. But that's what sells things. I think every realtor that stages or uses staging for a house understands the principles of that live, laugh, love, and that fancy whatever. So pictures of dogs or your kids with a Florida United Convoy.org in letters or in writing, or the paint by the children, and saying maybe another sign saying support the truckers, or go Canada, or go America, or thank you truckers, or hold the line. Any of the hashtags, hold the line, slow rolling, keep on trucking, keep trucking, hashtag trucker life, hashtag semi-life, and I'm going to put them on my Instagram too, and I'll hashtag, like, Instagram is all about, like, the trends, Twitter too, the top trending tweets. So if you post in and you put hashtag Instagram, hashtag Insta, hashtag babies of Instagram, hashtag picture of the day, hashtag photo of the day, these are all hashtags that get millions and billions of views on Instagram. Like, so when you want to get content out, you have to be using some of those tags, because people will click on that tag and look at all the content, just like Pinterest, and they'll just sit and go down that hashtag. So That's what I want to do. I want to create that content through either your children or your animals. I prefer the animals because people are so crazy about the kids, like pictures of them and stuff. Like, I don't get that craziness. Like, it's just a picture. Like, but whatever. I understand safety. I understand it, but there's also a cute factor, and that's a dog. If you want to do the kids and the animal with the hashtag or some of those SEOs, keep trucking. But FloridaConvoy.org, FloridaUnitedConvoy.org, I would love for that to be in there if we can. And then I'll take those pictures and I'll put them on Instagram. I'll put them on Twitter. I'll put them on YouTube. I'll put them on TikTok under all the different hashtags: Florida United Convoy, Canadian trucking, on Canada, Ottawa, Convoy 2022, slow roll, petrol cans, all those. So like, I will do that. I just need some content for that, and then I can make some videos. I'll use them for some of the introductions and some of the finals for some of my interviews. I need to get a pretty good intro. I think I'm gonna do, like, I don't know. I have a lot. I'm overwhelmed with so much stuff that I could use that. I really need to focus on watching my language, and yeah, Dan, I love the Ozarks, man. Like, that's why you're cool. I might be maybe a little selfish too, because someday I want to come and hang out at your property in Missouri, and like, I've been just trying to make friends with property owners because I don't need property. I just need to have a lot of friends with property, and I can come and have fun and tell stories and so yeah, so I would love that. Look at courthouse. Oh, that's cool. That's a church. Interesting. So yeah, give me some pictures. You can send them to me on Facebook under Defender Advance. I got a Facebook page. Um, you can send them to me on Instagram. I got a Defender. Really follow the messages too often on that, but you could tag me in it, Defender Advance. I got Twitter. I got Gab. I got Rumble. I got Telegram. I got Twitch. I'm not sure if I've got Twitch completely active yet, but I'm working on it. I have Vimeo, YouTube. I think I said YouTube. And what else do I have? TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, I'm having trouble keeping up with them all, but I'm trying to get content to all of them. And yeah, so send me those pictures or tag me in those pictures, and I'm going to use them again. So if that's an issue, then that's not something you want to do. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It's kind of like a call to action. It's real simple. Take a picture or make a TikTok, tag me at Defender Vance, and let's get some traction. Let's use these SEOs, these search engine optimizers, these hashtags to our advantage. And TikTok's where it's at. Check out TikTok, man. If you're trying to get content out, whoever owns it, you can pretend to just use it to go after the owners. Use it against them. Okay? I love you guys all. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I don't think I'll be streaming anymore tonight. I'll see. I might do an interview too if there's anybody there. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. So I'm out. Thank you guys. Peace.